An FDA panel unanimously recommending Moderna COVID booster shots for at-risk adults. Meantime, Piper goes to overweight with a 445 target. At the same time, Jim, White House says we're going to get international travelers November 8th.
Wow.
If you're fully vaxxed.
And that's why these airlines are kind of interesting. I mean, you know, Delta stock went down a lot after 27% of their revenues from overseas. I'm starting to think, listen, you got to be thinking United. These people want to come here. I think you got to be thinking Disney. Disney's owned by my Travel Trust, but, you know, David, you know that when people come here, they go to Disney.
Disney's already flat out, aren't they, at the parks?
That you can't get, yes, it's sold out.
It's not like they're suffering
Do you go to Macy's? That's always been a huge chunk of their business is New York.
Yeah.
And we had some news there on Macy's that I'm surprised you haven't brought up yet.
Well, I don't, you know, Macy's is an old activist name. Remember Jeff Smith took a run at that years ago.
What was it, in the 70s, David? You told him, you put the wood to him.
I just don't feel as though that's worth, you know, mentioning at this point. We'll see what happens. Jana's doesn't have much going on, frankly.
Should I take it back that I mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we just had the worst decline for Delta shares in a year on that fuel.
I know, but I'm saying maybe it's de-risked because of that. Because
and by the way, that news was out last week. The Macy's news. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's the main reason. It came out of that conference I was at.
Oh, okay.
I meant.
Yeah, you broke that story.
And I didn't break it. It just happened.
Okay, you hid that story.
Sorry. Go ahead.
But I think that what matters is this is all part and parcel of what's going on around the world. Like Italy, they're requiring. That means Italy tourism is going to come back big. The requirement is what we keep hearing about.
Not the mandate.
Not the mandate.
The requirement.
The mandate is jackboot. The requirement.
Meanwhile, Merck stopped going up and Moderna's stopped going down. In fact, Merck's now back to flat on the year. It had been up 5%.
Well, David,
it responded very positively to the news on Molnupiravir for a great week it had, and now it's kind of reversed.
Candidly, we have the quarter coming. Mm-hmm. And the quarter's now, you know, J&J is going to have a good quarter, and they ring-fenced the talc. That was a rather brilliant thing that they did. They created an entity and they immediately filed for bankruptcy.
Long-term Merck, but you can see that move up.
But Merck does not have anything. You know, look, Merck has got a great cancer franchise.
Yes, Keytruda is a great drug.
But we keep thinking, what else do they have? And this is not ready to save them.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.